Armand here with your weekly forecast for the week of January 14th, 2019. What are we going to say about this week? Well, it's got one big theme to it, and it is the push-pull between responsibilities and freedoms, between obligation and independence. That's the way we start the week with the first quarter moon in Aries, where the moon is squaring the Capricorn sun, and it's the way we kind of end the week when we have on Friday the sun in Capricorn squaring Uranus in Aries. So what we've got is a kind of bookend there of these two very obvious aspects that push-pull between responsibility and independence. Doing what you feel that you should do, or what others feel you should do, and doing what you want to do, doing what you feel is sort of more creative, more unique to yourself. Now, at the end of the week period here, as we get to Sunday, the 19th, then we are in Sunday the 20th. I'm sorry. We are in a kind of we're in a kind of spot where we're right up against the full moon lunar eclipse. That full moon lunar eclipse is at the very beginning of Leo, and again, that is a little bit of a push-pull then between the sun, which will have newly gone into Aquarius, and is sort of pulling us again towards a sort of bigger picture societal obligations, and then Leo, which is more following our hearts. So it's a shift of themes a little bit, but it's more or less the same thing that we have all week long. It just sort of goes from what you're obligated to do to kind of what you envision yourself doing, and from where you really kind of want your independence to where you really want to follow your heart. It's a subtle shift, but it sort of keeps on the same general theme all week long. How do we handle this? Well, the strategy this week is to get her done early. This is what you got. It's something to do. You want to get it done early. Monday's a pretty good day. You have to check for moon void times. I'm not going to give them to you here, but moon void times this week are a little bit wonky. They happen in the middle of the day in the U.S. anyway. But Monday's a pretty good day for getting stuff done, but Tuesday and Wednesday are really great opportunity periods with the moon in Taurus. We have a Venus-Mars trine forming. Good opportunities to get things done there. As we get to Thursday and into Friday, things get a lot more edgy. That Uranus-Sun square is going to be edgy. If you got something to do, if you've got some place where you want to assert yourself, you've got a statement to make, it's pretty good. If, on the other hand, it's more a matter of just, you know, energy just sort of sitting around, you're liable to just feel kind of irritable and, you know, don't want to be bothered. And of course, it may not be you, not going to be you or me. We're not going to get irritable. We're going to handle the energies really well. Where we could maybe have a problem is some other folks. They may be irritable. They may be having a bit of a problem with it. As Mercury is also conjuncting Pluto this week, it could be time for a very serious discussion. Probably, you know, last week had some serious discussion potential, too, with Mercury up against Saturn. But Mercury up against Pluto is going to really say it like it is. Or maybe not. Maybe some of the energy this week, around that Thursday, Friday time, will be buried. So you might get a direct message, but even then I would read between the lines. Read between the lines. So we start the week with a relatively good opportunity period. The moon is waxing. Things feel pretty good. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday's kind of a little bit iffy. Gets kind of wonky and tense. Friday is certainly very tense. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're building towards that lunar eclipse. Technically, the lunar eclipse is on Monday, but for most of us, it's actually going to be on Sunday night. Well, for a lot of folks in the U.S., it's going to be on Sunday night. The important portion of it is on Sunday. That's when we really feel the energy. By Monday, we're still going to be charged and jangled. This is Monday the 21st. We're still going to be charged and jangled, but we'll be coming off of the big peak of the full moon. So the weekend, let's say a couple of things, you know, with the sun in Aquarius, and you know, we're looking towards the possibility of having a pretty fun weekend if you can handle the kind of craziness that goes with the full moon lunar eclipse. Undoubtedly, people will be kind of losing their cool Friday night, Saturday. Some folks are going to be flying off the rails. if you can contain your energy a little bit, or you can find a good outlet for your energy, it should be a really kind of fun time. I would kind of look forward to it as a kind of good full moon. The Leo full moon is usually, generally speaking, one of the more fun full moons of the year. With it being an eclipse and with it being right at 0 degrees of Leo this time around, I'm not saying that it's going to be all that much fun, but there should be some good potential for it. With the moon in Cancer for most of the weekend, though, that is a heavier, kind of more protective type of thing, and that doesn't go so well with the full moon kind of feel to it. So, it could go either way. It could go either way. Basically speaking, an upbeat sort of time in terms of the lunar energy being around, but there are those irritabilities that come from the Sun-Uranus square, and the moon being in Cancer can make us a little protective. So it's either going to be a lot of fun, or people are going to kind of get a little bit overly emotional and reactive and so on. Steer away from the guys that are bothering you and head towards those that are more fun to be with, and you should be fine. And if you need some alone time anywhere in this week, by all means take it. Be sure to give yourself and others some space. As much as we want to push forward this week, there's also a need to kind of back off and just let things be some of the time. And I'll see you next week.